Okay, the next sketchbook cover idea that I have for you is called Amate bark painting. This is a type of art that comes from Mexico, and it's really an old type of art. I have an example of an Amate bark painting that came from Mexico right here. Way back in the day when paper was not yet invented. People from Mexico used to take the bark from trees and they used to turn it into something that kind of felt like paper. And they would paint certain things on their bark, such as animals and patterns and things that you would see in nature, like plants and flowers and stuff like that. So the way that we start our Amate bark painting is you're going to start with a brown piece of paper. You're going to crumple it up in a ball. Really tight, because you want to make lots of texture on your paper. You're going to open it up. It's going to be really bumpy. You're going to take something called charcoal. It's a really fragile, kind of looks like chalk, but it's really dark. You're going to take your charcoal and just rub it all over your paper. So what we're doing right now is we're kind of trying to make this paper look like bark, like what they used to paint in Mexico. So when I've covered pretty much the whole piece of paper with that charcoal, I'm just going to rub it a little bit so it's not so dark. And then it kind of has the same look as that bark from the Amate painting that I showed you before, okay? So when you finish your bark, you will take your sketchbook, and what I did is I just kind of wrapped it around my sketchbook and I taped it on the inside, just like I showed you with the metal tooling, okay? So wrap it around, tape it with masking tape so it stays. Next thing you'll do is you're going to look at some packets to get some ideas of how you can draw certain animals. You can look at this packet to show you how to draw certain patterns and designs. And then you can add some things that would be in nature, like plants. So what I did is I just used my Sharpie to draw all of these shapes, the animals, the plants, the nature, the patterns, okay? And then I took something called oil pastels. I'm using these fluorescent or neon oil pastels because the Amate bark paintings were very brightly colored. They used lots of bright colors in their paintings. So I'll use my neon oil pastels and I will just color in each of my shapes that I've drawn. It's that simple, okay? Try and fill your whole paper with designs, and that's all you need to do for that.